Let's rock it.
Okay, we're running.
Ah! Go
I'll
ahead.
tell you later.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay.
Go ahead, talk louder, Katie. Love.
Sup?
Love.
It's fine.
No.
Introduce your.
Can you hear us?
You will. Yo.
I did have
Don't
somebody
momager
else.
this joint. Don't momager the joint. Don't momager.
I did have somebody else somewhere else completely call me Katie Love without having ever heard any of you.
Oh, that's
Who?
cool.
I was like, oh,
Brian?
No.
Oh.
Okay. I see
Oh,
how
this
it
is why it's not working.
What? It's not hooked in?
Yeah, it's not hooked in. It's alright. We're new here.
Well, you've been doing it for so many months by now. You should got
Not
it down
like
like
this.
Yeah, there's a
I had
lot
a
of moving
routine.
parts.
They're out of their routine.
Yeah, with their.
That's more of a problem for me than him.
Hey guys, welcome back to Spotlight. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Here we are with a bunch of guests. Look at this. This is we're sorry in advance. I mean welcome back to Spotlight. So, we're joined today. Love, how you doing?
Good.
Good, great. This is my mother, Tina Bean, they call her. And this is the infamous Jimmy J.
Jimmy J's in the house. Watch
My
out.
brother, his uncle,
So,
her father.
Wow. Say that 5 times fast.
so there's a lot of moving parts to get to here, and we got here. Let's hopefully it works in post, you know. So how you guys all doing today?
Sun's out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Beautiful
Today's
day.
Friday. It's April the 8th.
It's going to be 65 today.
65 and sunny.
And I'm going to be
Not
Yeah, we
75
like that.
yet.
absorbing some of that sun.
Well, you just bought a home in Florida,
I did. We did. Me and my hubby.
so that's your new podcast name. Me and my hubby.
Me and my hubby.
And you and Tom.
Oh, I would totally listen to that.
I mean, that would be
With Tom. Oh my gosh.
It would be a whole.
Oh, my God.
It would be a whole podcast of you guys just setting up.
Oh my gosh.
He would
Yes.
blow out the breakers in my house. It's in over there. My house would break
But like,
out.
once they had a spot set up and they didn't have to set anything up and they could just come in and do their thing,
Right.
like
Well, that's the point
you
we're
guys
at.
could share your stories about your adventures together.
Yeah. We haven't been very adventurous these past couple of years because of COVID, of course. But we did travel down to Florida, to Stuart, Florida, where
You know,
his-
everybody's been asking me about where you live. I'm like, I don't know. West Coast, maybe? Is it West Coast?
No, it's East Coast.
Because you don't pay attention to your mother very much.
Whoa! It's going on. Whoa!
Shots fired.
Yeah, maybe, you can get a little bit more involved with your mother's life.
Man, you did it. You let her sit down. You let her sit down, brother. All the secrets are out now.
No, let's bring it.
Oh,
Let's build the team.
Oh, you don't want it.
No.
You don't want
We're
it.
at a UFC fight off right now. And
Okay, hold
you're,
on.
You're
All
the
right.
person in the middle.
We're creating a container.
What?
Container.
We're creating.
I know a container.
conversational
She taught me the container.
A
We had one last night.
Container.
Okay.
Yes. There are rules to this container. You get in, you say what you need to say. You don't worry about hurting the other person's feelings. You need to just be very honest in your expression. You both agree to genuinely stop and listen. Do not try to problem solve. Just receive and do your best to understand.
And I failed last night.
At the end of the container, you agree what you take out of the container.
I like that.
So
But
it's like
unfortunately, with our dynamics in our family, we do a lot of kidding around,
Interrupting.
digging on each other. So
So-
that is a whole new environment for us that we should practice daily.
Well, what's beautiful about this is it allows you really, really honest expression of how you're feeling and what your needs might be. And the purpose of
Don't let me get deep.
Why not?
But the purpose of the container is to help you communicate better so that when you are joking around, it's not filtered through a lens of a wound that you have, that might be a hint of truth in that joke, and that's why it bites.
Well, that's true.
So, real question. What kind of container is it? Plastic container? Metal container? Glass container?
Does the lid come off?
'Cause I wanna
Is
know
it
how to
locked?
I want to know how to get out of it.
It's an energetic container, but
It's a nuclear fission.
Are you
I
allowed to?
think the main question is, do you feel like you have the emotional regulation tools to allow yourself to participate
Yes.
in this type of
In
conversation?
this environment, yes.
Well,
yes,
again,
we can handle it.
This is our family dynamics. We just are pretty goofy, and this is would be a whole new
Well,
thing
and
for us.
so and so that leads us into
And that's what I'm saying. So this is not the kind of conversation you would typically have on camera.
I'm down to have it though. Let's go.
No,
What's
but
up?
we
What's
should.
up?
It should be controlled. Like
But
that could be for another podcast.
But
what
we
you're talking about.
Another time, another place.
definitely
Yeah,
can
another
use
pro-
an example at some point when we can find it. We can find something that we can use as an example at some point. I know that. But oftentimes the first couple rounds of using this type of conversation technique, it's rough. It's hard. There's a lot of, like, my dad and I had to go through it last night where I had to remind him of what I needed from him in the container.
To shut up
and
and
listen.
be quiet.
How did
Listen.
how did that work out?
Not too well.
Well,
But then I calm down. And then my level of energy, she talks about how I'm so go, 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 like a rabbit. I have to be the turtle.
Sure.
And then I can rationalize and be in the moment and be realistic. And I learned that last night.
okay.
It was
that's
pretty
good.
cool.
It's
It was
cool
good.
that you can like remember it.
Well, it's only, what, 10
12
hours
hours.
ago.
Well, that would be a good.
No, but it helps.
A huge
No, it helps
hurdle.
purposely doing that. And we made it a point to sit down and do that instead of just, good night, see you later. She purposely said, we got to sit down. Because my attention was there. I wasn't the rabbit. I was calmed down with her, so I took a lot in because I was calmed down.
Well, sometimes I think you need to say to yourself, "Okay, let me just chill," and
Well, you know what she
let me
did?
and not get on. Be busy in your mind where you're got to do this, but
Right.
sit down in the moment and just talk with.
What's so funny,
Your
one
loved one
of the
that
things
you're
she
sitting
said, my verbiage, I completely changed coming across a different way. She says, Dad, you're doing this, so this is how I'm receiving it. Say it like this, so it's a conversation, not like being a detective or asking questions, more like a statement. So she receives it how she, in her psyche, and my, how you have to be on the same level.
There's not a defense. There's not a
Oftentimes-
fence that's put up.
Oftentimes what happens is we're really good at problem solving, but we're really good at problem solving for other people.
Yeah.
And
It's human nature.
it's
Human
it's
nature.
wired in us to show that we care by problem solving for other people, but ultimately what they need emotionally is for you to
Support.
just witness them.
And listen.
And listen.
Yeah, and just be with them and to share that presence. And it's like a hug. It creates safety for them to express themselves authentically and not worry about judgment.
I don't know if this is a bad example, but like the case with that whole Brian Launder thing down in Florida.
Brian?
Remember that whole thing with the girl Gabby who?
With the homeless guy?
No, the murder.
No, yeah, down.
That murder when she was
down
he
in
was on the
Florida.
island.
I think Gabby Petita.
Yeah. With the whole thing where they like went camping and supposedly he killed her.
Oh, yeah.
So the parents
Was interviewed.
was supported their son and was there for their son. In a
No matter
way-
what the outcome was.
Right. In a way that
I don't think that's a good analogy.
that's what I'm saying. So I don't know if it's good or not, but
Yeah.
but I'm saying like
Because you're talking about murder.
no, I
Where
know that.
this is just
I-
everyday conversation.
I know that, but it's the same thing. It's
How?
the same thing at the core of it.
Make
I don't
us
know
understand.
much about the story. Could
Yeah,
you...
it's a bad example.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
got no other examples.
So
Okay.
I feel like what you're trying to say is that no matter what was going on, they stopped and they allowed themselves to hear him, to hear how he was feeling, what was happening for him, so that they could understand. I mean,
Yeah, because the
what
media
they did
can,
from there, I don't really know if they asked him to leave or if they called the cops. I don't know what happened. So,
Well,
but I think what Daniel's trying to focus on is the fact that they heard him out.
Right. They didn't rat out on his son. Essentially, they were there for him to support him, to get
To
through
listen.
this. But unfortunately,
It came the other way.
Yeah, but that you're
died.
talking about
Who
the
knows?
But
you're
I don't
talking about
feel
the
like-
law.
Sure.
I don't
there.
feel like they shielded him from consequences. Do you?
right.
Yes.
don't know.
Yes,
You do.
they did. And yeah, that's a whole nother.
This is where I just don't. I
Entity.
don't know the story at all.
Zip it, bro. Zip
I
it.
gotta take a thing from your book.
Yeah. Okay. Shh.
Anyway, back to
But we show love to people by wanting to problem solve for them, but they just need to be witnessed. But the urge to problem solve is so subconscious. We don't think about if we're doing it or not, because it's just literally always happening.
It's a survival mechanism
Yeah.
that we've had since our Neanderthal days.
or it's wanting to be helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it
Because you
manifests-
care and you love that person.
but it manifests in not being truly present with them while they're experiencing deep emotion.
Even though you're caring and saying that to them, they're receiving it in an emotional way while you're telling them. It could be. It's two different spectrums.
Well, there's a
Saying
lot
how
of
you're
layers
caring
there.
and the
Because-
person receiving it, you don't know where you're just being kind to them. That person's probably going through a lot in their head and don't know how they're receiving it.
Yeah, and I know for me, it's hard for me to really sort out what I'm feeling and what I'm feeling as a reaction to something that might be an energetic pattern from an experience I had before, resulting in what you would understand as PTSD.
Okay.
So, like, if something feels like an experience that I've had before, if it triggers those feelings in my body, my brain immediately goes into the state where I have that trauma.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing the whole world from that perspective.
And typically you don't understand what anyone is really going through.
Right.
But there's also micro versions of it.
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah. Because I would say my personality is completely opposite of yours. You know,
Am I?
As a woman or a mom?
well, so that's what I'm saying. Like, it's hard to.
I'm kind of curious about what they are.
Well, no, I don't hold on to stuff. You know, things from the past. And there was some things in our lives that not hugely traumatic, but
But over time, it goes away.
yeah.
Time, it goes
I'm
away.
a type of
Humans'
person.
irrelevance.
The relevance of it.
Consider the time that they grew up in and what was normal then.
Yes,
Right.
that's true.
And
That's
which is
true.
different now.
You know, and what your childhood was very emotionally traumatic. So,
Well, we all have our traumas, and I think the important thing is who do we become? Who do we want to be? We have to make a choice. Who do we want to become coming out of the trauma? We know we have trauma. Who do we want to become, or what do we want to show, or who? How do we want to represent ourselves? What are our standards? I felt like a teacher. I felt like I'm like a teacher, and I'm like, all right, I'm supposed to move on with the lesson. Where am I going
No,
from
I
this?
see
And I
what you're
totally
doing.
lost it.
No,
I know what Katie
you
was trying to
didn't.
say.
No,
You
we
didn't.
understand.
Because you were driving the conversation
Yeah.
forward with good questions.
Right.
And I would say that the question that really has moved myself toward those answers, or what I think those answers might be, because I can't really see them very well, honestly. I don't know the answers to those questions.
But time,
But I know the
time
answer
you
that
will.
has gotten me closer to those answers is how.
Yeah.
And
when we all have a different how to get there.
yes,
Because we have different
Right.
experiences how to get there. We're all different at what our trauma was when we grew up.
And
It's
how
all
we
basically
handle
the
it.
same.
and how we
Is
handle
how to trauma and get through that and know what you want in your future for yourself, because nobody else can do it, because you know what's going on, even though you want to go forward.
Well, and I think it's important on how you use how.
I think your crutches are obstructing your view.
Because
It's all right.
you don't want
I'm showing them on my
I wanna see
handicap.
Your face.
All right, how
I
about
didn't
just
even notice
use
that.
it as an air guitar?
Probably the most expensive out of us.
Jimmy's disabled.
Yeah,
For
Yeah,
now.
this is my
I
new
saw you
weapon.
limping today.
He's healing.
I'm healing. I'm down to 1 crutch, not 2. I'll be walking soon.
What's funny though is
And I'll be
still-
playing pickleball soon.
right now.
And dancing soon. And these are going away.
It's great. It's right now. I can whoop both of y'all's asses at pickleball
No.
because you.
But
both
yeah,
are
because you
injured.
got tennis over and we're hurt.
Oh,
That's
right
That's
now.
why we can read it because we're handicapped.
Yes.
Come on, you're
Are
telling
you
other
saying
reason.
I
We
have
were
a
here,
talent
you'd be
playing?
in trouble.
Yeah. Yes, you do.
Oh God.
So Jimmy had
Surgery on my foot.
reconstructive surgery on his ankle.
Look, I can make a rotation in my foot.
And it is a long healing process.
Hello, I'm back.
And he's doing good. He's moving along quite well.
Yeah, and now over to Jimmy. Jimmy, how are you doing?
She said it all.
No, she said it all, folks. Back to you, Tina.
So some of the things that I've been learning about this is the difference between using soft tissue work alongside of strength training.
Well,
So,
that's what I'm
what do
learning.
you-
It's so. Go ahead.
I know you know more about that than me.
Yeah, and and I can tell you how he's training me. Like he's taking his time, and my progression is based on what he's saying. I stretch, it's sore, but I'm not lifting nothing yet in strength because I can't hold my foot or my weight. So we're getting there.
Because it's still healing.
It's healing.
It's healing.
I'm in pain.
And the more you do, the more it's going to get inflamed.
It's just so funny. So the bottom of my foot, the paws of my feet were like swollen. Like my toes wouldn't touch the ground. Like I put both my feet, my right foot, my left foot, I can touch my toes to the ground. My right foot, I can't put my toes to the ground.
Are you telling the
No,
physical therapist?
Yeah, he
this?
knows. So as I put more weight on it, it's flattening it out. It's swelling, but the healing is getting better because I'm putting weight on it because it's healing when I'm putting pressure on it. There's swelling.
Well, you're strengthening it. You're strengthening the muscles around your bones.
I'm actually stretching and getting a limiting limber before I go strengthening. That's what he's doing.
Oh, okay.
And then once the stretching, it gets better. Like, in other words, there's degrees of things that he sees how I'm progressing. Like I'm doing on my toes, I was like this. Now I'm going like this. He says, okay, we're stretched out pretty good. We're going to put some weight on it now. Until I'm stretched, I can't put no weight on it. So I do stretching first, then weight. Yeah. In that order. Because if I didn't stretch and I put my foot down, it would hurt. If it's stretched, there's no hurting.
Well,
That's the difference. That's so crazy.
Well, yeah, your muscles are atrophied, so you have to.
What was that word?
I thought the same
Yeah,
thing.
no.
I'm glad you
No,
reacted
4
that
letter
way.
words, not 5. No, just kidding.
They're weaker
They're weaker, yeah.
since you've been laid up for
They're
and been in a
atrophied.
cast.
You know what's so funny? I think it's more the nerves than the muscle. The muscle's stronger, but the nerves ain't catching up because it's still numb. Even I'm doing it.
Well, you have tissue right now that it's wrapped around your
Yeah.
nerves, and it's
Yeah.
suffocating them, and you have to loosen all that up.
Yeah. Yo,
So-
wait till you see the pictures. He put more in my foot than I thought. I got 2 spikes in the back of my spikes.
They're nails.
Pins.
But they might not be pins. They might be more like nails.
Well, I'm gonna get a
But I
pic-
don't know.
I'm going back in
the
for
X-ray.
my pictures on the 3rd, so I'll take pictures of them this time and see the difference how the surgery and how they're being developed.
So he didn't give you pictures.
I should have asked. I didn't ask.
Well, after my surgeries on my shoulders, I was gonna say before, is that like therapy did this to me. I had surgery on both shoulders, and it's like the stretching is literally the best thing for any person.
Oh my God, for anything.
Fun fact: did you know that I'm 78% Neanderthal,
Yeah, look all your hair you on your
and
face.
I don't know where it comes from.
How do you know that's?
How do you know that?
23andMe, our heritage, our bloodline.
Oh, you didn't go through ancestry. You went through the
same
other.
thing.
23andMe.
Yep, 23andMe. It's like Ancestry.com.
Really?
So anyway, so we are Neanderthal. That's why I like to eat bones off like steak and all that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm really
And it actually said
admitting
that.
that I'm a Neanderthal. I'm coming out as a Neanderthal.
But that's not
I don't
like.
know much about that.
No, so
That's not a
I'm
subject.
just
So you're a
curious.
damn
just-
caveman.
Yeah, I'm a caveman.
You invented the wheel.
And if you see me walk, I'm like an ape, dude. So
No.
I'm just curious on where it comes from. I wonder if it comes from this side of the family. I don't think it does because
We're changing the subject.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I mean,
I
we
don't
can
really
go
know
back.
much about that subject. I really don't, because I've never done it.
so
Teresa
you
knows
want
a
to
lot
talk
of.
about stuff that you know.
I can connect it.
Here we are.
Okay.
Welcome to Spotlight.
So
That's good.
You can connect the
That his conversation into ours.
That's
Yeah.
why we work, bro. That's why it works. I don't know either. I still haven't figured it
all right,
out.
you're gonna have to hang in there with me.
All right, there's a container. Be quiet.
All right.
Be quiet. Here comes
Whoa!
here comes
So-
the container.
My dad mentioned that he feels like it's the nerves, like that need to do the healing and stretching, essentially.
Because that's the weakest right now
Yeah,
that he thinks.
but what I'm recently learning about the fascial tissue system is it's a whole other nervous system network. Like, it's a whole other system alongside of our current known nervous system.
Okay.
And it has tendrils in everything.
That
Right.
sends neurotransmitter signals to
Yeah.
Everything.
brain.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, and then that helps with the healing also.
So, basically, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. I could, but so knowing that you have a lot more signals coming in through the body that you can feel, and basically what happens with calcium deposits on the muscular structure create trigger pain points.
And that's what they scraped.
Mm-hmm.
They scraped the calcium out.
Yep.
They did. That's what they did to my ankle. It don't stick out no more
Yeah. From
from the injury. Remember the outside of my ankle.
the in between your bones.
But
Your
remember how it
joint,
was sticking
in
out?
between your joints.
Remember it was sticking out?
Mhm.
It's back. He scraped it.
Yeah.
So
Well,
the
that
heat-
he reconstructed pretty much the whole thing.
Yeah.
He probably cut.
Pickleball king,
scraped.
dude. Coming back for vengeance.
Yeah, watch out, Florida. 70 courts, baby. I'm coming down.
That's crazy. That there's that many.
70 courts.
Probably on one.
They're going to know I'm coming there. I'm going to have my old school
We
stuff on. Where's this guy back from the 50s?
We all
I'm
know
going to
this.
say, yeah. I'm going to
Oh,
put
wait.
the old jeans
You don't have
on.
the
Oh,
headband?
I'm wearing
Headband.
a suit.
Yeah, suit with a tie. Double knits. Velour.
Oh my gosh.
What,
He's
your
ready
Rolex?
to go.
What, your,
Yeah.
your fake Rolex?
And
Your
me
Rolex?
walking in the court is just a threat before I even hit a paddle because what's this guy? Don't
Wait.
mess up right away. Don't look at me. What the hell is
I
this
see
guy
it now.
doing?
You're walking in. You like pull your jacket off real slowly. You put your paddle down. You're just staring at the competition.
Who's that guy that played
Pulls off his
Jimmy-
glasses.
Billie Jean King, the guy?
Yeah.
What was that guy's name?
Billie Jean
What?
King.
No, the guy that played. The guy. Remember Women's Lib?
Riggs?
Yeah.
Riggs. Bobby Riggs.
Bobby Riggs.
Bobby Riggs.
I'd be like Bobby Riggs.
They don't know.
Oh, they don't know that
Yeah.
story?
They're-
Oh, my God.
They're
You
millennials.
got-
Smile and shake your
Yeah,
head.
you
We're
got-
Island Waves.
Okay,
Wow.
I just gotta say, watch the movie. You'll say what I said. Bobby
I'll
Riggs.
add it to the list of
Yeah.
movies that people
Right.
tell me to watch.
Yeah.
I always tell people I'll put it on my retirement list.
Oh my gosh. This was a battle of the sexes in tennis.
What was basically women in the tennis arena weren't getting paid. They got paid $1. And they felt men were not equal to women, so men were getting paid more. So Bobby Jean King, not Bobby Jean King, Bobby Jean King?
Bobby Riggs and Billie Jean
Jean
King.
They end up breaking the mold by challenging a man in a tournament, and she won. So it changed the whole thing about the sexes in tennis, that they're equal in pay.
Well, to be fair, men are better than women.
Oh man.
You should have said that, too, dude. I'm gonna walk right out.
It's a joke, and nobody laughed at it. Everybody,
Yeah.
Your timing's off, bro.
it was was
You've been
perfect
off since this
timing.
process.
That
Yeah,
was
you're
perfect
changing the
timing.
you're changing the subject too much. The flow goes and bam, you.
Yeah, because
You cut right in.
because we're on a time limit and we're coming up to the time limit,
Oh.
and so
Really?
like what we do is we give people bits and pieces of what we talk about, and as podcasts go on, it all becomes a stronger story and it becomes a stronger thing.
Okay.
We're up to 25
Did
minutes.
not hear what I just said.
Well,
But I
Yeah, I did.
understand what you're saying, but I guess I don't know much about podcasts. I actually
Well,
have only listened to a couple.
There's no rhyme or
There's
there's
different
no
types,
rules.
too.
There's no rules.
Okay.
But I know we set our rules at. We usually like to do a half hour. We started out
It's
at an
long
hour.
to listen to.
Hmm?
It gets long to listen to
Yeah.
if it's past a certain point.
Okay.
That's
So-
why you got to keep the energy up.
Well, right, but what we do is that we stop after about a half hour, and then we jump into another one and see where that leads us. And
Well,
if it
we've
leads
been-
us down the same path. That's fine because it's being uploaded as a separate.
Well, we know
episode.
we're not
Gives
going
us,
through
like,
the
a
same
biography
path
to
because you
stretch.
interrupted
Get a drink
What's
of
that?
water.
3 times.
Go
We're not
back.
down that same path because we can't say that same path because you're here.
No, we can. We
Because
always
you
do.
go from one subject to the next.
Well, we've talked about stuff on the first podcast we've ever talked about. We're still talking about it, but we have a better knowledge of it, and we're speaking of it in a better way because we're able.
No,
to
it's not a better
comprehend
way.
it.
We
You
have
got-
to do a part 2 anyway because I'm not done explaining how I can connect those. I'm determined to do
I
it.
know because
Yeah, I'm like, how's she gonna connect a
these two
Neanderthal?
dynamics.
Like,
Oh, what? It's because men are better than women.
Oh,
No,
okay.
dude.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Spotlight. Love you. Bye bye.